Noisy Pixel.
むきゅー、私転んでしまいました。
There are many visual novels that share similar themes and still find success. This can be found in character tropes or stories that borrow pieces of a premise. However, I have never played a game quite like Red Entertainment's latest visual novel in the West, which clearly takes much of its premise from Steins Gate. With that said, playing the visual novel and keeping Steins Gate out of your mind proves to be the most beneficial to fully enjoy the unique offerings that this story delivers. This is Noisy Pixel's review of Our World Is Ended.
うわー、お姉ちゃん、おっぱい大きすぎ。
Our World Is Ended opens up with Ryuji as he is testing out an AR headset for a brand new game called the World Program, which is being developed by a young development team known as Judgment 7. During the tests, Ryuji discovers a new world that can do wonderful things like make his friend's clothes turn into a bathing suit. However, a glitch in the technology has him seeing the city around him in rubble and his friends dead. After snapping out of the trance and returning to the studio, players meet the rest of the members of Judgment 7 who basically resemble otaku gamers and your everyday egotistical losers. During a game-making meeting, the crew enters the AR world and then finds themselves stuck in a fictional world that resembles their own. And from there, they find that they might not be the only ones who know about this strange reality. Throughout the game, players will encounter options to choose from that gains affinity with the game's heroines.
浅野さん、僕は貧乳も好きです。
Each girl is unique enough to find one that the player will like, but choices end up really not affecting the game's main route. I actually like this approach since multiple routes in games can be overwhelming or force the player to carefully choose their responses instead of choosing what they want, just to get the true ending. As the main protagonist, Ryuji is an interesting choice to lead the story, being that he is the newest member of Judgment 7. The members don't really respect his input on things and are pretty mean to him overall. Although it does take a while, the girls do eventually warm up to him and the possibility of romance begins. The character audio in Our World Is Ended is quite good, since characters are extremely expressive.
そんなにぐちゃぐちゃにされたら、私昇天してしまいそうよ。
The conversations between the characters are kept playful for the most part, but the tone does shift to make serious moments more impactful. While the characters are enjoyable, Our World Is Ended takes a while to find its footing, and the game does take a few detours as it tries to establish an antagonist and premise while giving the player enough time to care about the cast. And this all ends up making the game's final chapters feel a bit messy. However, the deep level of character development could be good for players who need a hard conclusion and a clear explanation of things. Regardless of this, I ended up enjoying most of the story as a whole and loved the characters' over-the-top personalities. It also helps that the character illustrations and CGs are beautiful, and I would play through this game just to see the CGs alone. As a visual novel, I can easily recommend Our World Is Ended. Noisy Pixel is giving Our World Is Ended a 7.8 out of 10. Thank you for watching. You can read the full review at noisypixel.net. Noisy Pixel is ran by a group of gamers who work hard to deliver news, reviews, previews, and more. Please subscribe to keep up with all our future content.
大きな胸には多種多様の使い方があるのだ。